I've been locked for about 3 years. 3 years? It's been a while. Hold on. You know, when you first get your locks, you be like, I'm 6 months in, I'm 7 months in. But once you get to a certain point, I think you lose count. Girl, how long it's been? It's only been 2 years. Yeah, May would have been 2 years locked, y'all. I done lost track of time. I'm pressing it 3 years. It's been 2 years, y'all, since I locked my hair up. If you new to the channel, I'm gonna put a picture over here somewhere so you can see where your girl started and you can see where your girl is now. I didn't start from TWA, but when I locked my hair up, it definitely was TWA. It's been a journey learning how to take care of my locks. If y'all know, I've been on my channel for a few years now, and I will say that it's a different world from having loose natural than having locks. Like, I started this channel with my loose natural hair. It was popping, you know what I'm saying? I was ready for a change because I got tired of excessively having to wash my hair twice a week, wash days, you know, all of that jazz, okay? And it's been a journey trying to learn my locks, and I'm still learning, you know, because they are evolving every day. I will say I'm more on the mature side now. I don't really think I have any more teenage starter locks or anything, but it's still a learning experience. So I decided to create a little list, you know what I'm saying, of where I'm at in my journey, how I'm keeping my locks healthy and thriving, because they healthy and thriving, okay? I wrote down 8 tips on how to keep your locks healthy and thriving. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I do is I tie my hair down or I sleep with a silk pillowcase. What this does is it prevents frizz, lint, and it helps styles last longer. Usually, at first I used to tie my hair down with a silk scarf. That really helps with my retwist. But here lately I've been rocking 2-strand twists and I really just been wearing a bonnet. I don't really think it matters if you're trying to fight frizz. I feel like I deal with frizz more so in the starter lock phase than I do now. But to keep the lint at bay, because the lint is a problem, especially the more mature your locks get, make sure you at least sleeping with a silk pillowcase or some type of something on your head. Because, honey, I done had a few lint problems. I ain't going to say problems, because usually I check my locks every day, and whenever I see any type of lint, I'm taking it out. But you don't want it to get to the point where it's excessive lint and you really have to go in and pick at your locks, because that can definitely be damaging. The second thing I got on my list, because these ain't in no order, is I wash my hair and retwist my hair whenever I feel like it's needed, whether it's frequently or less frequent. I feel like this is a thing in the lock community, you know, especially when you first get your locks done or you get your starter locks, whatever. I feel like it's the big question of, when do I wash my hair and when do I retwist? Because y'all, when I first started my lock journey, oh my God, I call myself trying to wash my hair and not retwist. And let me tell y'all something. Them marrying roots is a thing. The marrying strands is a thing, okay? Retwisting your hair, I feel like it's a case-by-case basis. It's really a lot of different factors that play a part in how often you should retwist your hair and how often you should wash your hair. I think you should listen to your hair. And if you're not comfortable with that, I definitely suggest seeing a loctician to kind of get a feel of when is the best times to wash and retwist. But I will say, if you feel like you need a retwist, go ahead and retwist your hair, because to each its own. I tend to retwist my hair a lot more frequent. One being because I have excessive dandruff and I have to wash my hair often. And when I wash my hair, my roots, they definitely lose that retwist, and I like having that, not fresh retwist look, but I like having that put together. I hate using that word because there's nothing wrong with free forms or anything like that. I really don't put a timeline on when I wash and retwist my hair. Really and truly, I just listen to my hair. I check out my scalp. I check out my locks overall, and then I assess if I need a wash, if I need a retwist. Sometimes I can go 3-4 months without a retwist. Other times it's 4 to 6 weeks. It really just depends on how my scalp and how my hair is looking. I would just say, don't have a set time frame of when you're gonna lock your hair, because our scalp changes with the weather, the seasons, and everything's subject to change. So just wash, retwist as needed. Third thing on my list, y'all, is the less products I use for my hair, the better. Now, when I retwist my hair, I use straight up aloe vera oil. I don't use any type of store-bought gels or anything like that, creams, because I feel like for my scalp especially, I do have a sensitive scalp. That pure aloe vera really does help my scalp to feel amazing. I love using straight up aloe vera gel. I put essential oils in there. My scalp really, really, really appreciates it. And it also tames that itchiness and the inflammation that I get after rocking my hair for a while. Now, I do put a little gas to be on my edges because I'm an edges girl. But other than that, I don't put any type of products in my hair. I noticed that a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some girls or guys, you know what I'm saying, they put gel on their roots, like on their new growth, to lay it flat with us for a bun, just something slick to have your hair giving that slick look where you don't have to do a retwist. To each his own, but I just don't want to put all that in my locks. If I was to do that, I ain't gonna lie, because I do like that slick look, I would just use aloe vera gel. I wouldn't use Eco, Gas to Be, or nothing like that on my new growth. I only use it on my edges, and that's it. And I try not to use that every single day. And that kind of ties into the fourth thing on my list, which is using natural products. When I'm doing my hair overall, I put it on hair for retwisting. But usually I'm using natural products other than my edges, okay? Usually I'm using pure aloe vera with essential oils. And then in between and after I wash my hair, I use Jamaican black castor oil. I use rosemary oil. I don't know if that's an oil or it's a regular oil or essential oil. But I use oils like that on my scalp. Mainly Jamaican black castor oil because I want to keep my roots and stuff strong. I don't use Jamaican black castor oil on my hair often because it's so thick. And I don't want that buildup because regardless if you're using natural products or if you're using store-bought products, you're bound to get some type of buildup. So I try not to use heavy oils on my locks, but I definitely use oils in natural products. The fifth thing on my list is I wet and oil my locks whenever necessary. So I guess that kind of ties into the last one, the fourth one, but kind of not, I guess. So when my locks are feeling dry, and I find that now that my hair is more mature, I don't have to spray my hair as often, but I still have to spray my hair every once in a while because when it's hot outside, my locks will get dry and crispy. I spray my hair whenever I feel like it. Even if I got a fresh retwist, if I feel like my scalp is a little extra dry or my locks is extra dry, I make sure that I spray my locks down. And usually when I spray my locks, I follow up with an oil because I'm a loose natural. I'm an old loose natural, OG loose natural. And I believe in the LOC method, liquid oil. Well, not conditioner because, we locked up now. But I always follow up a liquid with an oil because I feel like that oil is going to lock that moisture in. And that's what I've been having. I've been having locked in moisture when I wet my locks and follow up with an oil. So number 6 on the list is slowing down on ponytails and tight styles. Now, here recently, because I was just working out in the elements, I did keep my hair in some 2-strand twists, but I do consider that to be a tight style. I don't really do my 2-strand twists tight enough to where they're tight on the root, but I feel like when your locks are in those 2-strand twists, it kind of condenses the overall, shaft of the lock. So I feel like wearing my hair in 2-strand twists often like that can eventually compress my locks. And I like the fullness of my locks. Like some of my locks are thinner than others, but I don't want them to be overly thin. So I'm now that it's starting to, well, it ain't really got that cool, but we are heading into fall. And I feel like now it's going to be more so me just rocking a regular old retwist. I haven't done burl twist yet. But even if I do try those tighter styles, they're going to be few and far in between. I'm not going to make that a consistent thing. Not only does it condense the shaft, but it also can create tension, and that can create, is it traction alopecia? Alopecia overall. It can result in hair loss, thinning of the locks at the root, receding hairlines and all that jazz. And, we don't want that. We don't want that. So I'm definitely reducing tight styles. And even though my locks have grown so much that I love the way my ponytails look, I love a little, two locks in the front, how ponytail look. But I also have slowed down on that because pulling that hair back is just all creating tension, and I want the longevity of my locks. I want my locks to look great all the time, and I feel like my locks need to be free. When they down like this, they get to be free, they get to breathe. So slowing down on ponytails, tight styles, the buns, all of that is going to really, really help the health of your locks. Number 7 on my list, and I put crucial in parentheses. What? I put crucial in all capitals. Scalp care is crucial. Yeah, the locks look good, but what that scalp looking like? Because them locks, that hair that's growing, is coming from your scalp. It's like the soil of your plant. These are the plants. They growing beautifully, but they growing from your scalp. If you neglect your scalp, your locks is going to show that you're not taking care of them roots. So I make sure that I oil my scalp. Like I said earlier, I oil my scalp and I wet my scalp as needed. I try to make it a point. Here lately, I've been a little lazy. But I try to make it a point to check my scalp every night or every other night just to see, because when I get those flare-ups and I have that inflammation, my scalp can go from looking healthy today to tomorrow looking a mess. Okay, so scalp care is crucial. Make sure you oiling your scalp. Make sure you're making sure what? Make sure that your scalp is looking great. Make sure that you are examining your scalp. If not daily, every other day. If you can't do every other day, trust me, I feel you, sis. Bruh. Do it at least once a week. At least that. But I strongly recommend every night or every other night. And then the last one on my list, y'all. This right here has changed my life. But before we get into this last one, I need you to hit that subscribe button. I know your girl ain't been as consistent as I said I was going to be consistent, you know what I'm saying, but life be happening. But I got y'all. Lock in with me, okay? Subscribe. I'm at 3,000 subscribers. Let's get your girl up to 4,000, okay? Make sure you like this video so we can see a lot of different ads, people that need help in this lock community, starting a lock journey. Hit that like button and make sure you hit the notification bell, because I got y'all. I'm going to be more consistent. But anyways, number 8 is lock brushing. When I first started my locks, I used to see people talk about lock brushing, and I'll be like, that can't be nothing, when I was in my starter lock phase. But now that I'm more mature, now that these locks is locking, honey, lock brushing has saved my life. Not only does it help with lint, like extracting lint from your locks, but it helps to distribute the oil throughout your locks. I lock brush right after I wash my hair. Sometimes I lock brush before, but I definitely lock brush after I wash my hair and I apply my oils. I'll brush my hair to get them oils all the way, not only through my scalp, but through the ends of my hair. Comment down below and I got y'all if y'all want to see how I lock brush and what I do, the type of brush that I use. But I try to lock brush my hair every morning. It gets the frizz together. Let me say that. When I brush my hair, it gets the frizz together, and it really distributes that oil, and it just makes my locks look so much healthier. Not only does it keep the lint at bay, but it definitely makes my locks look better. When I oil my scalp and I brush my hair and I use a little water and I brush my locks, oh my gosh, they look so beautiful and glossy and just amazing. So I 100% recommend lock brushing if you're in your starter lock phase. It depends on how far you are, but if you on your way, teenage stage, whatever the case may be, lock brushing is a must. It has to be included in your regimen. For sure. that's my 8 tips for y'all. I'm going to try to get some more together, as my locks progress. I will add more to the list. But until then, I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay? I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.